many technical aspects of Bollywood movies that go unnoticed. This may include the screenplay, what is the movement or actions of characters while delivering dialogues, the background score, how sounds are utilized to accentuate a particular emotion or feeling, the lighting, and how carefully it is placed to highlight only certain sections of the frame. One technical feature in films, however, that is in every frame and can never go unnoticed is the costume design, where on one hand designers have references for period pieces or war films. Mostly the creators have to represent the theme or feel of the film, understand what year the film is based in, the city the story revolves around, the characters and their economic conditions, occupations, personality type, etc. Where designers have done a splendid job in many films. Most noteworthy examples that I can think of are Bajirao Mastani, Pakiza, Devdas and Veer Zara. On the other hand, there have also been some dreadful creative decisions in India on what the characters should wear. Discussing some rather embarrassing designs, here is Tried&Refused Productions with 5 absurd costume designs in Indian movies that made no sense at all. Krrish III. You know, when I think about menacing villains in Indian films, there are many actors and the characters they portrayed that come to my mind. The list includes Ashutosh Rana in Sangharsh, Nawazuddin Siddiqui in Raman Raghav 2.0, and even Shabana Azmi in Makdi. One villain, however, that didn't even invoke an iota of fear in me was when Vivek Oberoi played the role of Karl in Krrish III. I understand that the movie is a blockbuster and the Krrish franchise had developed a fandom of sorts by then, but Oberoi's character Karl was definitely one of the most unintentionally funny villains I have ever seen on the big screen, where most of the time the villain was sporting an all-black cloak with slicked back hair, looking like at least a credible antagonist. He goes through a transformation in the film which provides him the ability to walk again. What you would imagine a superhero villain to do when he goes full beast mode is put on some credible looking wear, ready and equipped for battle. But Karl felt that it was necessary to stick to his body all the metal scrap around him and sport an armor which had absolutely zero level of design and actually looked like a science project carried out by students in elementary school. After garnering so many powers, the least the man could have done was have a well-designed suit. This look just comes across right out of the recycling bin. Surya, a fantasy film that focuses on reincarnation and vengeance, is the 1992 Amrita Singh and Salman Khan starrer Surya. The movie, especially in context to the evolved cinema we are used to witnessing, is extremely hilarious, but was a bold attempt by the creators in the early 90s. The film focuses on a princess whose spirit still lingers on in a desolate town and how a prince is reborn to stop her treachery. When the movie goes in flashbacks to understand why the princess is being a nightmare to the locals, it takes you 1000 years back. Both the characters and their specific looks made me chuckle on what exactly were the designers envisioning India would look like a millennium ago. Well, they imagined a man called Suryavanshi Rajkumar Vikram Singh. Yes, a Rajput prince with long blonde hair and a beard. The reference for the actors looks like a combination of Thor and He-Man. Imagine if you have references like that, but the end product looks like this. When the movie also shifts to the current period, I think the designers overcompensated in communicating that the character was a princess, decked up with jewelry from head to toe. Literally. Subtlety in the 90s was never something that the decade was known for. Love Story 2050. The toughest job in my opinion when it comes to any creator is when they have to execute or deliver without any visual reference. It's the similar problem that happened with Mohenjo-daro, as Govarikar only had excavations as references for the Indus Valley civilization. It led to the costume design going all over the place. Similarly, as Love Story 2050 focused on time traveling to the future, it was inevitable that the designer could go all over the place. And trust me, 2050 and fashion in Mumbai was a sorry sight to witness. Where in a Netflix series like Altered Carbon, people dress up like this. This is, by the way, 300 years in the future. Love Story 2050 had characters playing the Wii wearing this godforsaken suit. The visual design with the flying cars and the 200-storied buildings was still impressive, but the costumes and the accessories and the hairstyles were absolutely dreadful. Even the creative decision to have a villain who is an amalgamation of Robocop's headgear and Dracula's costume is something which is beyond my understanding. Mr. Bond. Whenever you see a film like the 1978 Amitabh Bachchan starrer Dawn, you never really cringed at the fashion of the 70s and assumed it to be perfect for the era. But the Akshay Kumar starrer Mr. Bond is another ballgame altogether. The film that focuses on child abductions and how it is combated by a police officer is a cringe fest at best. I'm going to just show you 3 instances of disastrous fashion from the film and you can judge whether my opinion is justified. The villain's name is Dragon, and this is what the menacing villain looked like in 1992. There is is a moment where one of the women is fantasizing about Akshay Kumar, so she imagines this. As you know, nothing can make a girl more hornier than Akshay Kumar in cheetah print. And finally, this was the creative decision for the poster of the film. I honestly cannot deal with it anymore. Na Peru Surya, na Ilu India. There have been a lot of movies which represent the armed forces of India, and all of us assume that there was careful attention to detail in any project when it comes to the uniform the individuals wear. A 2018 Telugu film titled Na Peru Surya, na Ilu India, starring Allu Arjun, also featured Boman Irani playing the role of Sanjay Srivastav. A Facebook user by the name of Jogesh Sharma posted a very detailed analysis of the army uniform sported by Irani in the film, and how several aspects of it don't make any sense. Here are just some of the highlights of his posts which will make you think on how little was thought by the costume department. His collar tabs show that he is a lieutenant general or the vice chief of army staff, the national emblem over a cross baton and saber. On the shoulders there are army medical corps, which means he is a doctor too. His shoulder titles are of the territorial army, so for the first time, we know that there's a territorial army in the Army Medical Corps. The man is presumably the Vice Chief of Army Staff, but his badge says Lieutenant Sanjay Srivastav. So the man can be the second senior most rank in the Indian Army while being the junior most as well. That's not the only thing, by the way. The man is also wearing the formation of the UP Police, which means that the man is in deputation to the UP Police. Now, when did the Vice Chief of Army Staff ever become so readily available for state policing? Apparently, the ribbons are also an entirely different story. The man has 5 General Service Medals from 1947, which means he was serving with 5 different regiments at the same time. It is absolutely insane to me how little was thought after with respect to the attention to detail of the army uniform. The least the creators could have done was get the uniform at least remotely correct. And that was the video, guys. Write it down in the comments below what you thought about the video and whether you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.